Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Revealing the Narc, and on this channel we dive deep into the intriguing world of narcissism. I'll often use public figures as examples to illustrate how these behaviors can manifest in real life. If this sounds interesting to you, please like and subscribe. Share it with your friends if you think they may find it interesting. And I should mention, everything I say in this video is my opinion, and any hypotheticals or theories that might come up, these are all allegedly. So let's get into this video. This video is part 2 of a series I'm doing where I am looking at articles from 2015 and 2016 that are about Prince Harry, and I'm trying to find information in them that could be used by a potential narcissist to love bomb him and to elevate the chances of getting into a serious relationship with him. So although Meghan has said that she didn't know anything about him and she didn't read any tabloids, I find that kind of hard to believe, and that's just my opinion. And so it could be very possible that the articles that we read in this series may be the ones that she actually, took some information on, got some intel from. This article was published in The Guardian in 2016 on July 25. The title is Prince Harry, I regret not talking about my mother's death sooner. Prince tells event from mental health charity Heads Together that he opened up about Diana's death only 3 years ago. So I want to mention that this article is published on July 25, and that timeline would mean that Harry and Meghan have met already. So this would have been published after their meeting, I believe. Or did they meet August 1st? They say they met on Princess Diana's birthday. I'm not sure. In my opinion, though, I think they actually met more likely around May. And that timeline is interesting because if they met in May, Meghan was still living with her boyfriend and she had a boyfriend. So I did a video about that. If any of you are interested on me doing another video about that, let me know, because the original video I used the AI voice, and I think it's kind of annoying to listen to that voice. All right, so let's continue with the article. Prince Harry has drawn on his experience of losing his mother to highlight mental health issues, revealing that he regrets not talking sooner about how her death affected him. The 31-year-old spoke to footballer Rio Ferdinand, a father of 3 whose wife, Rebecca, died from cancer last year, about dealing with the death of a parent. Harry, who first spoke publicly 3 years ago about the impact of the death of Diana, Princess of Wales, in a car crash in 1997, when he was 12, told the former England and Manchester United footballer, I really regret not ever talking about it. So I just want to point out here that in July of 2016, Harry had access to mental health resources. This is written right here, and this is an organization that he worked with and developed with the current Prince and Princess of Wales. The exchange took place at a Kensington Palace barbecue attended by a number of sports stars, hosted by Heads Together, set up by Harry with the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge to bring together 8 mental health charities and organizations with the aim of tackling the stigma around depression and other mental health problems. Ferdinand, the athletes Dame Kelly Holmes and Iwan Thomas, and the cyclist Victoria Pendleton were among the guests. The Prince told the BBC, "The key message here today is that everyone can suffer from mental health. Whether you are a member of the royal family, whether you are a soldier, whether you are a sports star, whether you are a team sport, individual sport, whether you are a white van driver, whether you're a mother, father, or child, it doesn't really matter." And that's true. Mental health issues don't discriminate. Ferdinand later told the broadcaster he's, meaning Harry, gone through different stages in his life that my kids are going to be going towards. So to get some of his experiences is very rewarding for me and very educational in many ways. And he's saying this because Ferdinand lost his wife and now his children are in a similar situation to how Harry's upbringing was, living with the loss of his mother. Harry said later, "It is very easy to look at someone like Rio Ferdinand and say, you get paid all the money in the world, you are a successful footballer, you have fast cars, but at the end of the day, his wife was snatched from him at an early stage of his life with her. So of course he is going to suffer. It doesn't matter if he has an amazing job." Okay, I am going to pause here because I'm wondering, do you know why I'm going to pause here? If you do, leave a note in the comments. The reason I want to pause here is because you can tell from this sentence or this group of sentences that Harry would be terrified of losing his partner, especially if there were children involved, just from that paragraph. So if you can plant seeds, which Meghan uses that phrase all the time. So if you can plant seeds of fear, that would be a way to manipulate him. Let me know if you guys see that too. I felt mentally I was weak because I had gone from someone who was mentally tough, mentally very strong, someone physically strong, to someone who felt vulnerable and weak. And you are not weak. You are just going through a tough time in your life, where if you can talk to someone, hopefully they will help you through the other side. The prince has been a visible champion of taboo subjects. Earlier this month, he won praise from the Terrence Higgins Trust for taking an HIV test live on Facebook, with the charity describing it as a groundbreaking moment in the fight against HIV. From what I remember, this is the one where Rihanna was with him and they were sitting side by side, I think, taking this test. And I think, he was worried about Meghan potentially getting jealous. Don't quote me on that. It was in one of the books, either Tom Bower's book or Lady C's book. I don't remember exactly. The article continues. His role in attempting to destigmatize HIV/AIDS has been compared to that of his late mother, who was photographed meeting AIDS patients in the 1980s in an effort to change public opinion over how the virus was transmitted. Since leaving the army, Harry has also campaigned to break the stigma of mental health issues that often plague war veterans as they make the transition back into civilian life. So again, here you see things that are important to Harry: mental health issues, carrying on the legacy of his mother, and helping soldiers and members of the armed forces. He founded the Invictus Games for wounded, injured, and sick servicemen and women. Describing what inspired the games, he told Good Morning America host Robin Roberts in March, "It was after he was withdrawn from the front line in Afghanistan when news of his secret first deployment leaked." Again, drawing on his personal experience, he said he felt broken at having to leave his men behind. "And then I find myself on a plane, and while I am sitting there, I look through the curtain to the front, and there are 3 of our lads wrapped up in plastic, missing limbs," he said. "One of the guys is clutching a little test tube of shrapnel that had been removed from his head, and he was in a coma clutching this. And I suddenly thought to myself, people don't get to see this. In the whole of those 10 weeks, I never saw the injury part. I only heard about it. That's how it all started for me. It's like these people are role models and they need to be celebrated more among society," he said. So based on what we've read, I wanted to theorize 3 potential things Meghan could have done with this information in order to secure that relationship. So based only on this article, Meghan could have used intense flattery and admiration. She could have showered him with compliments about his character and his work, making him feel uniquely valued and understood, particularly in relation to his struggles with his mother's death. She could create a strong emotional connection with him, by sharing personal stories or struggles that mirrored Harry's own experiences. That way, Meghan could have fostered a deep emotional bond quickly, making him feel as though they were soulmates who understood each other's pain. And this is a common one that can be used in the ordinary dating world. So when you're out there dating someone, be careful not to reveal too much, because when you give them more information, all of a sudden they become who it is that you want. And you don't want to date a mirror who may eventually break. You want to date a real person. So as far as you can, keep things vague and let things play out. It's really important to do that, especially when you think about the preponderance of narcissists out there and how successful they are on dating sites. It's really important. One of the characteristics of narcissists is that they study you. They learn everything about you, and it's to their benefit. It's to their benefit, and it can be used against you in two ways. It can be used to manipulate you and make you fall in love with this person, or it can be used to hurt you. Okay, and finally, exclusivity and idealization. Meghan might have emphasized their connection as something special and rare, making Harry feel like he was the only one who truly got her, thus elevating his feelings of love and attraction early in the relationship. This is a tactic commonly used by narcissists. In fact, I would say if they want you, this is the tactic that they're going to use. And that's why it's important to keep your cards close to your chest, I think. Is that the saying? And don't give out more information than needs to come out there, and just let things fall where they may. All right, so that's the end of this video. My purpose in making these videos for this series particularly is so that we can analyze dating relationships and how to be safe in them. What I mean by this is give information at appropriate times. Trust is earned, love is earned, respect is earned, and most of all, did I say time is earned? That's what I wanted. I don't know if I said that one, but most of all, time is earned. So don't give your time away all to one person that you don't even know yet. And just watch people's behaviors romantically and in all your other relationships. All right, I think I'm going to end it here. If you found this content interesting, please let me know. Please leave me comments, like and subscribe, and I will talk to you all soon. Goodbye.